Welcome to the unboxing of this Play Arts Kai Wolverine. Let's see what this guy actually looks like, shall we? Alright, so here we are. There's the box. It's pretty sweet. We have a general idea of what this dude is supposed to look like, and I want to see him up close, not through the plastic, and yada yada. So we are going to open this guy finally after all this time. We are going to see what this guy actually looks like, and then we are going to find a spot for him on the shelf with all the other X-Men, because they'll all go up at the same time. Okay, as per usual. Oh, there is an action stand in here. That's good because some of these guys don't stand up well. The rest of it, there. Action stand we will worry about later. As for this guy, here he is. Let's get the plastic off of him, shall we? Dude. Wow. He is awkwardly packaged. In fact, I actually kind of hate the way that this is done. Now, I will say, before we ever even get into this guy, he might be fake. See, I didn't buy him. So I don't have control over that property. But I know that there's this service that showed up, this wish.com. And oftentimes, if you buy a Play Arts Kai for like $30 or $50 or some shit off that thing, they're fake. And the reason I know this is because I have a Wonder Woman from that, and she is very blatantly... After I started messing with her, it became very apparent that she looked good, but she wasn't. There was no way. Get the fuck out of here. There was no way she was actually the real Play Arts Kai. So, here's a variant head, and already I'm starting to wonder, because the inside of the head sculpt, maybe not, but he seems while he looks cool, and he's gonna pass the visual test in terms of standing on the shelf and looking cool. He could very well be a fake Play Arts Kai. Not a deal breaker, because like I said, all he's got to do is stand on the shelf, but, well, you get the idea. Fake is fake, okay? So if you're going for the most realism here, I'm not promising to have unboxed a real Play Arts Kai. That just is what it is. The hands, they all seem decent. They all seem like the joints inside are decent. So here we go. Here's these two hands. And then he has these expressive, grabby, movie, lungy hands here. He has a straight-up fist. He has closed-fisted claws right here, which are decent. They're decent. Yeah, they're decent. They're okay. Oh, interesting. And pretty cool, because it's a throwback to Wolverine's samurai stuff, which I like. I tended to like that when we seen it in the original first run of Wolverine, where he was using the samurai swords and shit like that. This is cool. It's a decent little throwback to something that makes sense for his character, even in this redesign. So now let's take him out and actually give him a once-over. That's everything that came out of here. That's garbage now. He is unpacked. He has that new plastic smell, which is almost off-putting, but okay. Here he is. Let's check him out, shall we? This seems a little funny to me. Where his neck, because of the way the shoulders come up and go around now and everything, and all this plated armor and whatnot, it's pretty cool, but he almost looks like he's doing a bit of a midget scrunchy thing. I don't quite like this. We're going to flip his head to this and see if we can't get something a little better out of him. His hands are right now the open claws, which are okay. He moves decently so far. So we're not going to have a problem there. The shoulder does go up. It does go out a little bit. That's fine. He has a nice pivot right here. He has a nice pivot up and down, which I don't mind. These are pretty cool. I don't know exactly what all this stuff is on him. It's just stuff. Legs. Oh, he's got a lot of snap there. But it seems to hold. It seems to look good. Okay, we're not having problems there. The feet are decent. I like these little metal things here. I like these, almost reminiscent of the tiger stripe, but in a different way. In fact, he almost seems like a variant of the whole tiger stripe thing. He is solid for what he is. I still can't promise one way or another. The head bothers me. It says right here, Marvel made in China. Maybe that could be a verification. If this little stamp right here, and I know you can't see it, but there's a little stamp right here that says Marvel made in China. If that stamp is not present on the normal Play Arts Kai, maybe that's how we determine whether this guy is legitimate or if this guy is just a cool enough knockoff to where he'll still look good on the shelf. If that's the case, I'm not going to complain. See, because here's the thing. The whole purpose of him is to be displayed. And if he can be displayed, that's what we're worried about right now. And if we replace him later for vain value, because that's all it is. That's all it would be, is the vain idea that he's not authentic. And if that bothers me enough to replace him later on down the road, then that's something we think about. These are not even. I just noticed that. One is a little skewed, and that's kind of cool. It makes him uneven, makes him almost a little more dangerous, in my opinion. I also like that this could be bad craftsmanship, but it's like chipped up there, which is cool. It makes him, like I said, a little bit more, which I think that's actually bad craftsmanship. It looks like it was melted a little bit. That's okay. It's okay because it could play into the aspects. So here's where we're going to cross our fingers. We're going to pop his damn head off, and we're going to put this head on, and we're going to hope that it makes it. This is where the fake Wonder Woman failed me. I popped one of her hands off to put the shield hand on. Went to put the shield on, and it did not survive the process. So I'm crossing my fingers pretty hard here, but I want this expressive, angry face, not the just standing there looking mean face. So here we go. I'm going to pop his damn head off. Damn. Damn. Oh, his shoulder came down. Didn't break. Damn. I don't want to break it, but I don't want... Come on. Damn. His head is fucking on there. His head is fucking on there. God damn. See, I'm pulling on his neck. That's the part that's bothering me. I don't want to, accidentally break him. Well, his head doesn't come off on accident, I'll tell you that. Wow. It's fucking hurting my hand, too, because he's all spiky everywhere, so I'm, stabbing myself on him. So what a pain in the ass that is. We're going to stop the video here for a second and see if we can't get his damn head off. Okay, so I pulled the fuck out of his head, and I started to get it but then his neck seemed like it was going to pop off. And then I decided I was going to switch out the hands for the swords right here. And as soon as I pulled his hand, man, even the littlest bit, I barely pulled his hand. I'm talking, I barely pulled it. This joint right here started to break and come apart. You see that? And I immediately decided, I tried to push it back together, which I was able to do, but it makes me uncomfortable and it makes me feel like we're not switching this guy's fucking hands out. I'm leaning more towards that this came from Wish.com and that it's fake. I mean, its head is on there so fucking extreme that when I pull against it, the neck that actually moves this part. We're not talking about his head, because look, there's this little thing here, this little flap where you could see the head inside there. You could see that joint piece that should be coming out, and that should give way before this neck does. But that's not what's happening. His neck is literally starting to pull off his body when I pull against it, and I don't know if it's going to survive the process of me popping the head off. So, as it stands right now, I am not taking his head off. I am not changing his hands. I want to. I wanted this sword to be in his hands. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe there's a way I can get the sword with him in a different way, or maybe I just need to take the chance and rip the hand off, but I run the risk of breaking him, and from my experience with these Chinese fakes, and that's what it is, most of the shit you get off Wish.com, some of it is more than fine. You can get away with it, but some of it's not okay. The interchangeable parts of this guy seem rough. Which is a disappointment, because I wanted to put this on his hand here, and I wanted to put this on the other hand, so that he could have had the sword and he could have held it out, and then he could have had this down at his side, like, come on. And then I wanted the other face where he could have looked like he was, like, egging you on, like, get the fuck over here. Like, I want all of that. I don't know if he will survive the process, because I'm telling you, I even went as far as to take a key and I put it under this part of the mask, and I pushed down and pulled up, and still the head would not pop off, and the neck started pushing out. And like I said, when I looked inside here at the head, there's something about the way that is that bothers me. And then when I went to pull on this, the second I tugged on his hands, these two joint pieces right here, in here, they pulled apart, and the entire joint almost fell out. And now I've pushed them back together, but I don't know about taking it any further than that. I'm going to go with he's a fake. I'm going to go with he looks pretty cool, and I'm going to go with I can find a pose for the shelf. But I am almost 100% now that he is fake. So we're going to pop his shoulders back in, and we're going to find a happy medium for him. Maybe he'll stand a little bit to the side. Maybe we'll put his hand up like this or something, you know? Like put it across his... There. We'll put it up like that, yeah? And then we'll turn his head ever so slightly, and we'll turn his other hand like this. Oh, man. His hand won't move. It won't move. Like, damn. That joint won't move. So this joint almost broke off, and this joint won't move at all. It's like glued in place. Like, oh, damn. Damn. So there, that hand is going to be kind of up like this. We're going to spread his claws out the best we can. The other hand is going to come up across his face. He's going to look slightly to the edge. He's going to stand there. This is pretty much going to be him on the shelf. He's still cool, but we're going to go with fake because I have some real play arts stuff, like those 3 Final Fantasy characters that are back there. Those are real play arts. There's a problem with lightning, yes, but that's her construction from a real play arts figure. Cloud is more than fine and is 100% easy to switch all of his shit, his hands and everything like that, and so is Ash. He's not. He doesn't feel right. Still cool. Still going on the shelf. Fake. I'm almost 100% positive, and I feel like had Shane opened this figure and had the problem that I had just now, he would have been pretty pissed. Me, on the other hand, it's not about whether or not it's real. It's about whether or not it's going to look good on the shelf. And he is going to be a cool Wolverine figure. He is going to be pretty imposing. He is going to be standout compared to some of the other stuff that's on the shelf because he does look unique. He does look cool. He does. There's still a lot of detail here that you can get into that you could be like, oh shit, that Wolverine is fucking sweet. People will see him. People will notice him. He's fake. I'm telling you, the more I look at it, the more I mess with him. He cannot be real. The construction quality doesn't seem right to me. I've never had that much problems taking off the head. Like, my thumb hurts. Like, my finger and my thumb hurt. I fucking scratched the shit out of the side of my finger just trying to take his head off. It is on there. And his neck is going to pop off before his head pops off. And then, like, the joints, the problems with that, he's fake. Still cool, but fake. That's my diagnosis here. That was the unboxing for this dude. And if nothing else, though, I did get an action stand. So he doesn't need the action stand. That's actually a plus because it guarantees this action stand for something else that may actually end up needing it, like a character that is supposed to be flying, that now I could do that with. Take what you can get, I guess. Okay, that was it. We have now added this Wolverine into the collection. Cool, but fake. We get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.